Hi, I'm JP, you're watching the Coffee Channel, and today we're not talking about coffee. Well, not specifically coffee, we're talking about byproducts of coffee. Now, many of you may have heard of cascara, which is the dried coffee cherry, which was available for ages in various countries around the world in the EU until the EU themselves decided to ban it for some reason, because they saw it as a novel product that hadn't been consumed before 1997 and therefore had never had proper approval. Now, to me, cascara doesn't actually taste that great. It's like a sort of weak ribena. But there is a product, there is a drink that's been consumed in countries outside of the developed world for many years that's made with the leaf of the coffee tree, which is slightly different from cascara. It's not made from any of the fruit itself. It's made from the leaf, which is a bit of a strange thing you might think, but it makes a tea-like drink. Now, this has now been approved by the EU as well, this type of drink, and we're starting to see a few different versions of this around. And one of these is this one here, Headstand. This is a carbonated seltzer made with the coffee leaf. So the coffee leaves are dried in the way that you might make black tea, and then they're added to carbonated water and then a few other ingredients. So this particular one has ginger in it, has a bit of ginseng, it has some grape juice extract and some yuzu juice, which is a kind of Japanese fruit. It's a bit like a lemon crossed with an orange. It's a citrus fruit. So you've got all those ingredients in there that makes a cold drink that's meant to be calming because it's got chamomile in it. It's meant to have some of the antioxidants that tea and coffee have in them, so the things that would be healthy for you. It should be very thirst quenching, but also, and this is really important, it gives an extra income stream to the farmers. Josh Tarlo, who was a previous UK Barista Champion, is behind this brand, and one of his aims is to provide farmers with this other income stream from the leaves. So they can harvest a certain number of leaves from their trees, and he's paying the same amount as he would for their coffee, which is around, I think, £4 a kilo. So he's paying exactly the same as he would for the coffee. So they're getting an extra income stream. There's no extra growing involved. There's a bit of extra work processing it, but it's a pretty good idea, really. And it helps farmers out in particularly bad seasons when the weather's changing, all that sort of stuff. Now, importantly, what does it taste like? Well, let's give it a try and find out. So it's best consumed cold with a bit of ice from the fridge. Now, I'm a bit hopeful this isn't going to explode in my face because it did get shaken up on the way here. It's not too bad because it is carbonated. And as you can see, it's sort of citrusy colour. Looks a bit like lemonade. In terms of the smell, it's kind of a bit like an iced tea. So we've got a sort of citrusy smelling drink. You can tell there's a little bit of ginger in it. It's carbonated. It's quite light. Nice aroma. Smells a bit like lemonade really, but with a hint of ginger in the back. Let's try it. Okay, so it's quite thirst quenching. There's no caffeine in it to speak of, so it's not something that's a replacement for coffee. You could consume several of these in a day and it wouldn't have any issues with your sleep or anything like that. It's really quite thirst quenching. It feels definitely on the sort of seltzer side of the soft drink market, maybe as you'd expect. Not strong like a ginger beer, a bit like a sort of elderflower type of drink, something like that. It's not super strong flavours, but you can also tell it's not sugary either. So there's not a whole load of sugar in there like a lot of soft drinks. It doesn't feel like after one of these you think, oh, I can't drink another, there's too much sugar in like that when you drink a Coke or something like that. This is actually quite refreshing. Doesn't feel like it's going to do your teeth in. It's going to refresh you, it's going to hydrate you. And actually, maybe it does feel a bit calming. Maybe it's maybe it's confirmation bias or something here that I'm feeling that. But I'm feeling nice and calm. I'm feeling refreshed. I'm feeling fairly cool, despite the fact that it's 31 degrees here in our little coffee shop studio. And this is doing quite a good job for me. You can buy this from Headstand itself in multiple packs. I think 12 or 24. But a lot of specialty coffee shops are stocking this now. I got this one from one of those. It's around £2.50 a can. Not cheap, but not super expensive. It's a nice tasty drink. I definitely recommend it. Give it a go. See you next time.